have to be born again to be a blind person.
Exploring a world that we know nothing about, that she tells me about every night before bed. She says, guess what I saw today?
80% of our world is visual, or 80% of our interaction with our world. And to lose that changes everything in your life.
Visual impairment is a tremendously isolating issue.
It's a learning curve, and it's sort of exciting to see how you can overcome things that are slipping away.
Even with sight loss, you can move forward.
The New Hampshire Association for the Blind is the one place to go for the help that enables people to be born again.
The New Hampshire Association for the Blind is critical because it is the only organization in the state of New Hampshire that is there only to serve blind individuals.
In the span of 2 weeks, I lost all of the vision in my right eye and more than 50% of my left into a tunnel vision out of that one eye.
I discovered that I had macular degeneration.
Callie doesn't see one picture, she essentially sees two pictures. It's not blurry at all. It's missing the detail, the fine line edge of things.
If you took your center vision and kept it locked forward and right on the edge, there goes a point where, for most people, where it transitions to nothing. And that's what I see all the time. I call it gray nothing.
My mind is putting up a veil of something to have on the horizon for me, but I don't see the dog, I don't see you.
The odds of you or someone you know very well facing these challenges is absolutely real.
I was just muddling along and learning to remember where I put something instead of look for it. It was enormously irritating not to be able to read a book, which I would dearly love to do.
And I think back to when I first started down that path, to how hard it was and how daunting it was. How do you cook? How do you do the things to just live? When I did call, like the New Hampshire Association for the Blind, that's when the difference started to come in.
Up on Route 2.
We have rehab instructors that go in and teach people how they can do the things that they were doing before the vision loss.
I've thought of myself, yeah, like a teacher, but also being a motivator, a one-on-one motivator. Oh boy, big change. Yeah, just step down into that little mess down there, Doug.
We have people who help figure out how they're going to work for a living and not just stay at home.
In the beginning, it's a struggle. I have to convince that person to overcome that ingrained rejection that society promotes.
He's been a mentor as far as, as my sight has gotten worse.
My job is to change a mindset.
Without Glenn and Leon, I probably wouldn't have had such a successful business life and not as good a life in general.
I would recommend that people start early with a relationship with the Association for the Blind. It eases you into being functional for much longer.
It's a hard thing to accomplish because freedom and independence are painful to come by.
Without NHAB, I don't have an avenue to a guide dog. I've got a companion and a best friend that is unrivaled. Oh, good boy. If I walk with my cane, it takes me about 15 minutes because it's an object detector. You find things, tap, tap. And if it's trash day, it takes me a half hour. And when I go with Quinn, it takes me 4 minutes and 54 seconds. He's gonna open the world up to me, right? Not a lot of people ask to pet my cane.
It's a rare opportunity in life to serve a group of people and to see the results.
Miss Claudia came into our presence and I was instantly pleasantly surprised.
I'm always in awe of my students because they challenge themselves day in and day out. I'm just the demanding creep that forces them to achieve everything that they can.
You always tell Mama, I love when Miss Claudia comes because learning to see is so much fun. I can teach Callie about life. What I can't teach Callie is the fine details that Miss Claudia does. What's necessary to use her cane, what's necessary to get through life as an independent human being.
Yes.
The numbers of blind or significantly visual impacted people is going to multiply by approximately 8 in the next 10 years.
Without the support of people trained in the field, many people do just stay at home. And it's a very sad, sad thing to see. And we can't operate without the donations of contributors.
The New Hampshire Association for the Blind has been there whenever I needed it.
They have been at every turn, they have been available. They are there for me, and I know that.
They'll give you as much of the training and education and support as you're ready for. And if you jump on that journey with them, you have the potential that's unlimited.
The New Hampshire Association of the Blind has definitely given me back hope. Hope to know that Callie is going to grow to be an independent, loving, self-thriving individual.
And we all know, I think inside, that vision is not seeing. Vision is an internal understanding of yourself in the world.
I'm living better
Living better
Living better
My daughter Callie is living better.
Live better.
with vision loss.
with vision loss.
with vision loss.
Live better with vision loss.
Thanks to the New Hampshire Association for the Blind.